Oh. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the special Planning Commission meeting of July 5th. Since this is a special meeting, we'll review our minutes from the last regular meeting of June 27th at our next regular meeting of July 31st. So there's no minutes to approve tonight. We do have a space for public comment. If anyone in the public wishes to make a comment. Seeing none, we'll move on to our business at hand. There's no old business. The only item we have for new business is to recommend approval of ordinance 2023-08, a proposed amendment to chapter 17.42 floodplain management of the town code, and recommend that to the mayor and board of commissioners for consideration. So I'll let Planner Hassan take it away.
Okay, so an amendment to section 17.42, like you said, floodplain management of the town code is being requested. If the amendment is passed, we would adopt the floodplain management measures that comply with the National Flood Insurance Program, or NFIP, regulations. And the town's floodplain management measures must meet, like our current ordinance must meet the requirements of that have been set by FEMA. And the proposed language that you have in front of you, that's been reviewed by the FEMA state coordinator and their contractor to make sure that the amendment are up to FEMA standards. Do you want me to go over the changes, each one of them, or I can talk about them briefly?
If you wish.
Okay, it's just like two website links to the elevation certificate and floodproofing certificate. There's some changes to application requirements for accessory structures and requirements for buildings and structures in flood hazard areas. And there's a provision that prohibits variances for accessory structures over 600 square feet in flood hazard areas. And this amendment has to be adopted by August 1st, 2023. And to make sure that the properties in town can continue to be eligible for flood insurance and for disaster relief in the case of a flood-inducing natural disaster. So staff requests the Planning Commission to recommend approval of this ordinance series 2023-08 to the mayor and the board of commissioners.
Okay, thank you. So essentially, we had to amend our ordinance to bring it up to the requirements of FEMA, so that we won't lose our flood insurance, essentially, or
That's correct. Yeah.
town residents won't.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Commissioners have any questions for Najila?
I have one with this. I know, so this doesn't impact, if we've given approvals for anything prior to this and FEMA is now counted as a floodplain, doesn't impact them, correct? By us doing this.
This is like the new construction. See,
Right, but they've got approval for new construction. They haven't started yet.
right. It wouldn't apply to that. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure.
Yeah.
And we have FEMA signed off on this. It has Frederick Management.
So the FEMA state coordinator, David Quinnett, that's his name. He's the one who, told us that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my questions.
Anything else from any other commissioners? Questions, comments? Would someone like to make a motion?
Okay, I'll make a motion. I move to recommend approval of proposed ordinance 23-8 and with any comments that were put into the record.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. So did you want us to make specific comments here? I wasn't quite sure what this meant exactly.
You just recommend approval of this. If you have comments, that's fine too. I can,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to recommend approval of proposed ordinance 23-08. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay? It's unanimously approved. So no other business this evening, I don't believe.
No, no,
Our next meeting is July 31st, our regular meeting.
correct.
So this meeting is adjourned.